Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for the 4th week of the July month. The session will be very important and interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. First, which of the following personalities is not appointed to the panel of vice chairperson by the Rajya Sabha chairman Jagdeep Dhankad? Right, first of all, you should know who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. He is the vice president of India. And who is he? Jagdeep Dhankad. Correct. Recently, he appointed 4 women parliamentarian, right? And question asked is among these, which among the following is not appointed to the panel? So remember, Karnam Maleshwari was not appointed. So Sulata Dio, PT Usha, Fangong Konyak, and PT Usha. First, Fangong Konyak, Sulata Dio, right? And Fauzia Khan. These are the 4 women that were appointed to the panel of vice chairpersons by the Rajya Sabha chairman Jagdeep Dhankad. This panel of vice chairperson has been reconstituted with effect from 17th of July 23, and the panel reconstituted before the monsoon session contains a total of 8 members, and we have discussed this in daily current affairs that out of this 4 were women and 4 were men. So the ratio here was 50-50. Correct? Also remember here, PT Usha became the first nominated MP in Rajya Sabha to be nominated to the panel of vice chairpersons. I repeat, PT Usha became the first nominated MP in Rajya Sabha to be nominated to the panel of vice chairpersons. Right? Next. Which of the following points are correct with respect to the Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe's visit to India in July 2023? If we look at the option A, during the visit, India and Sri Lanka adopted a vision document that was titled Promoting Connectivity, Catalyzing Prosperity to Boost the Economic Partnership between India and Sri Lanka. Right, so option A is correct here. Second, this MOU was signed on the renewable energy for Sri Lanka to achieve 70% power from renewable energy by 2030. So yes, option B is also correct here. Third, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe signed a network-to-network agreement on the acceptance of UPI in Sri Lanka, which will increase the fintech connectivity in both the countries. So option C is also right here. Connect, important, write this. Right, and you have to remember here the document name, that is Promoting Connectivity, Catalyzing Prosperity. right? This was signed between India and Sri Lanka, and MOU on renewable energy for Sri Lanka to achieve 70% power from renewable energy by 2030. Correct? Next, so all the options A, B, C are correct here. Next, which states Athur Vetrilai, I repeat, Athur Vetrilai has recently received the GI tag certificate from the GI indications registry. So, which is the state, the Athur Vetrilai, right? This is product is from Tamil Nadu. Correct? This is also known as betel leaves. Athur betel leaves. These leaves are variously used in ceremonies, right? During any marriage or during any religious ceremony or religious function. During that, we use these betel leaves or betel leaves. They are also known as Athur betel leaves, right? And this is the GI product from, or they got this GI tag or GI certificate for the product that is from Tamil Nadu. Next, name the company that has recently tested their Raman 2 engine at ISRO Propulsion Complex in Tamil Nadu. So this Raman 2, correct? This is the name of the engine that was tested recently by which organization? It was tested by Skyroot Aerospace Private Limited. This is Hyderabad, Telangana based space startup, correct? And they tested this Raman 2 engine, and this was tested at the ISRO Propulsion Complex facility that is in Tamil Nadu. Next thing, remember, this testing was enabled by InSpace. What is this InSpace? It is your Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, and this facilitation by ISRO highlights the commitment to support the private players or the startups in the India space ecosystem. Correct? So Skyroot Aerospace Private Limited tested this Raman 2 engine, and it was tested at ISRO Propulsion Complex that is in Tamil Nadu, and this was initiative taken by InSpace. Next, who has recently won F1 Qatar Airways Hungarian Grand Prix 2023 that was held in Budapest, Hungary. So remember, Max Verstappen, he drives for Red Bull, correct? And he's a Belgian Dutch racer, correct? And he has won this F1 Qatar, or we can say F1 Qatar Airways Hungarian Grand Prix, or simple way say fast, Hungarian Grand Prix was won by whom for 2023? It was won by Red Bull team's driver Max Verstappen. Correct? And here remember, Red Bull have achieved the record of McLaren's 11 wins in 1988. Also remember, Sergio Perez, he is also, if asked that he drives for which company, he drives for Red Bull, right? And who won it? It was won by Max Verstappen. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to Korean Open 23 held in July? If we look at the option here, Andres Antonsen, he is from Denmark and has won the men's single title by defeating Lo Keen Yu of Singapore. First of all, remember we are talking about this Korean Open, right? This is related to which sport? This is related to badminton, correct? And Anders Antonsen has won the men's single title of the Korean Open. So yes, option 1 is correct here. Second, NC Young of South Korea won the women's single title. So yes, option B is also correct here. Option C, the Indian badminton players Swastik Raj, Ranik Reddy and Chirag Sethi has won the men's double title. So yes, option C is also correct. So all these three ABC are correct. For men, Anderson Antonsen of Denmark won it. For women, NC Young of South Korea. And for men's double title, Indian badminton players Swastik Raj, Ranik Reddy and Chirag Sethi has won the Korean Open's men double title. And this sport is related to badminton, correct? Then also remember, Chirag and Swatik, they became the first Indian player to win this Korean Open. Next, when was the National Broadcasting Day 2023 celebrated across India? So it is celebrated across India on 23rd of July 2023, and it was commemorated, and it was, remember, this day was celebrated in India, correct? And it is to commemorate the establishment of IBC, that is your Indian Broadcasting Company, that is a Mumbai, Maharashtra based private radio station which came into existence in 1927 on 23rd of July. I repeat, this IBC, that is Indian Broadcasting Company, this is in Mumbai, Maharashtra based private radio station, and to honor this and into basically commemorate the establishment of this IBC on 23rd of July 2023 we observe this National Broadcasting Day. Also remember, this year 2023 it observed the 96th anniversary of All India Radio, that was earlier known as IBC. So now the question can be asked, this IBC, what is the new name of it? It is All India Radio, and we can say on the establishment of All India Radio we observe this National Broadcasting Day. Correct? Next is, when was the income tax day or Aykar Divas observed across India? It was observed across India on 24th of July 2023, right? That is your income tax day or Aykar Divas. Correct? And remember, it is to commemorate the introduction of IT, that is income tax in India, in 1860. This year 2023 it was 164th anniversary of it, and the day aims to raise awareness about the significance of taxation and to motivate individuals to contribute to the nation's development through tax payments. Right? So option 5 is correct here. Next, which company has recently launched a feature to pay income tax through their application? It is PhonePe, right? Recently PhonePe released a feature through their application where individuals will be able to pay their income tax through their application of PhonePe. Correct? Next, the Willow Poonawalla Foundation and the Public Health Foundation of India, they signed this MOU for the Dr. Cyrus Poonawalla Center for Infectious Disease and Pandemic Preparedness to be set up at the India Institute of Public Health, which is located in dash location. So where is this located? It is in Hyderabad, Telangana. Correct? So this Willow Poonawalla Foundation, this is an implementing agency of vaccine maker Serum Institute of India and Public Health Foundation of India, where they together signed this memorandum of understanding. Correct? And this was for the Center for Infectious Disease and Pandemic Preparedness, that is to be set up where? At Indian Institute of Public Health, that is located in Hyderabad, Telangana. Mark this, where this Indian Institute of Public Health will be set up in Hyderabad, Telangana, and for this two organizations signed a memorandum of understanding. It is your SSI or the Willow Poonawalla Foundation, that is an implementing agency of SSI, that is Serum Institute of India, along with Public Health Foundation of India. Correct? Next is Government of India, they have approved to set up the annual interest rate of dash on employees provident fund accounts for the financial year 22-23. So Government of India has approved to set up the annual interest rate of 8.15 on EPF, that is your employee provident fund accounts for the financial year 22-23. This move will cover over 6 crore subscribers of EPFO, right? And the current rate is 0.05% higher than the fiscal year 22, that is last, where the interest rate was 8.1%. Now it is 8.15% here. So correct option is option 3. Next, as of July, in which university India's first Atal Incubation Center in Fisheries will be set up? So remember, India's first Atal Innovation Incubation Center in Fisheries will be set up at Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean Studies. Right? This is basically to promote innovation, entrepreneurship, right, and technological advancement in the fisheries sector. Right? In the fisheries sector. Here, this Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean, that is KUFOS, correct? This university recently got a grant of 10 crore rupees from Niti Aayog for the implementation of this first Atal Incubation Center in Fisheries. Correct? Important, take a note of it. Right? And this project will be carried out under the guidance of Radhika Rajshri, who is a professor and head of the Department of Fish Processing Technology of this Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean Studies. Next, Indian banks they received a grant of 5,729 crore rupees from the depositor education and awareness fund unclaimed deposit settlement. So remember, recently a sum Indian banks have allocated a sum of 5,729 crore rupees from the DEA, that is Depositors Education and Awareness Fund, as an effort to reunite the unclaimed deposits with their claimant. Correct? Also, if you remember, for the same, for this unclaimed settling up of these unclaimed deposits, it was RBI that started a campaign that was 100 days 100 pays campaign. Correct? And it was aiming to help the bank account or banks locate and settle the top 100 unclaimed deposits of each bank in each district across the country within 100 days. Correct? So remember, Indian banks received this amount of 5,729 crore rupees for the unclaimed depositors. Alright, to settle this account. Next is the President of India Draupadi Murmu conferred the National Geoscience Award 2022 of the Ministry of Mines on 22 geoscientists in New Delhi. Correct? I repeat, President of India Draupadi Murmu conferred the National Geoscience Award of the Ministry of Mines on 22 geoscientists. Right? This award was organized, or this award event was organized at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Correct? And a total of 173 nominees were received, out of which 168 were valid nominations, and finally out of these 168, 22 scientists have received this award, that is the National Geoscience Award for 2022. Moving on. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to the 8th and 9th National Community Radio Awards presented by the Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur in July 2023? If we look at the options, Radio Mindtree, Ambala, Haryana has won the thematic awards, that is the first prize for the Hope Jeene Ki Raah program. Second, Radio SD of Muzaffarpur, UP have won the most innovative community engagement award for the Hijra in Between program. So both these option A and B are correct here. Looking at C, Radio Hirakhand of Sambalpur, Odisha won the Sustainability Model Awards, followed by Vyalangavoli of Madurai, Tamil Nadu. Right? So these three, remember, they have won the award in these respective fields, and these fields are also important and high chance that the question will be asked from these fields. Correct? In these prestigious awards recognize various outstanding community radio stations from various states that include Haryana, Bihar, Odisha, UP, Uttarakhand, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, and Tripura, and so on. So these three, remember, these three radio stations received the award in respective field. Next, in which country the WHO has recently confirmed a case of Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus? So it is UAE, right? In UAE recently, WHO has confirmed a case of MERS, MERS, COVID virus or coronavirus, right? And it was in Abu Dhabi in UAE. Correct? And this MERS coronavirus, this is a viral respiratory illness similar to that of COVID-19 only. It is a part of that. Correct? So it was WHO, and where was this found? It was in UAE. Next, name the Indian women cricketer who recently got fined 50% of her match fee and 2-match suspension from ICC for expressing dissent at an umpire's decision. She is Harmanpreet Kaur, right? Harmanpreet Kaur, she is a part of Indian's women cricket team, right? And because of her behavior recently, she was penalized for her outburst in Dhaka last week, and because of which she will be fined 50% of her match fees and 2 matches suspension. Correct? Next is, which country's bank has recently joined the International Committee on Credit Reporting, a permanent structure of World Bank? It is Bank of Israel, right? World Bank in 2023 June issued an official approval for the Bank of Israel to join ICCR, that is your International Committee on Credit Reporting. This ICCR, this is a permanent structure of World Bank that constitute a unique worldwide committee on credit reporting. Right? Then remember this ICCR, this was formed in 2009 with the help of World Bank and support from Bank for International Settlement. They together formed this ICCR in 2009. And this ICCR, this is only recognized international standard setter and guidelines issuer on the credit reporting. And recently, Bank of Israel has recently joined this ICCR, correct, from approval by World Bank. Next, Dash topped the list of public sector banks with the highest lending of 1,87,813 crore rupees in fiscal year 23 to corporations and public sector undertakings of states and union territories for the fifth consecutive time. It is Canara Bank. Right? Option A. Canara Bank has topped the list of public sector banks with the highest lending of 187,813 crore rupees in fiscal year, and it is to corporations and public sector undertakings of states and union territories. Correct? And this is for the fifth consecutive time they have topped this list. Correct? Apart from this, remember this amount totals to about 45% of the total lending of all the public sector banks in the financial year 23. Also remember, Tamil Nadu is having the highest debt. If we talk about, or they have taken the highest amount of loan from these banks, and it is followed by Uttar Pradesh on the second position. Correct? And if we talk about the loan Tamil Nadu has taken, it is around 7.54 lakh crore rupees, whereas if we talk about UP, which is on the second position, it is 7.1 lakh crore rupees. Correct? So it is Canara Bank that has topped here. Next, IMF International Monetary Fund in its July 2023 World Economic Outlook Update, Near-Term Resilience, President Challenges, they projected a growth rate of 6.1% of India in 2023. I repeat, IMF in their World Economic Outlook Update, they projected a growth rate of 6.1% for India in 2023. Correct? This is a 0.2% upward revision. Earlier that was projected in April, that was around 5.9%, and now we are seeing an increase of 0.2% to 6.1%. Correct? Then if we talk about, this was for 2023, right? If we talk about for 2024, they projected that India will still growing by 6.3%. Correct? And in 2022, India grew by 7.2%. Correct? Next is, which government agency or regulating body has recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the Kerala Startup Mission to support fintech and techfin firms? So which among the following? It is your International Financial Service Centers Authority, IFSCA, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, right? They recently signed this MOU, or they recently tied up or signed a memorandum of understanding with KUSUM, that is Kerala Startup Mission. And basically what this will be doing is, this will be helping the budding fintech companies or your techfin firms to grow with a wider global network in the next 3 years. Right? Here various organizations will be collaborated, various help will be provided to those fintech sector, right? Various opportunities will be provided. Business leaders will be connecting them to various other opportunities where they can excel if they have the right product and service. Correct? So it is KUSUM and IFSCA. They recently signed this MOU to help support fintech sectors and techfin firms to grow. Right? Next is, name the railway station that recently received 2022 UNESCO Asia Pacific Awards for Cultural Heritage Conservation. Which is it? It is your Baikula railway station of Maharashtra, right? It is India's oldest railway station. It is 169 years old railway station, Baikula railway station, that is in central Mumbai, and they have received this UNESCO Asia Pacific Award, that is for Cultural Heritage Conservation. This is also known as Award for Merit. Correct? That is your Cultural Heritage Conservation Award. It was your Baikula railway station. right? This comes after the 5 years of restoration activities that was started in 2018 and it was just finished in 2022. And then remember, this Baikula railway station, as we mentioned, it is 169 years of age or old. It was established in 1850. To remember this data also. Next, who has recently become the second longest serving chief minister in India with a tenure of 23 years and 139 days. He will be Naveen Patnaik. He is the chief minister of Odisha, correct? And he is the second longest serving chief minister in India now. His term is 23 years and 139 days. Correct? He is a 5-time chief minister of Odisha. He took charge in the year 2000, right? And he recently surpassed whom? He recently surpassed the chief minister of former chief minister of West Bengal, Jyoti Basu, who held the record for 23 years, 137 days, and now he has crossed this data. Correct? If I ask you, as we just saw, he is on the second position, right? So, who is the person having the first on the first position with the longest serving chief minister in India? He will be Pawan Kumar Chamlingji. He is the former chief minister of Sikkim, correct? And he holds the first position as the longest serving chief minister after independence. He was in this position for 24 years and 166 days, correct? And now recently Naveen Patnaik, he is the second longest serving chief minister with 23 years and 139 days, correct? Also remember, Naveen Patnaik also became the third chief minister who was appointed for the fifth term chief minister, right, after Pawan Chamlingji and Jyoti Basu. Next, who has been recently given the additional charge of the post of managing director of National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation of India Limited? So Ritesh Chauhan, right? He is a 2005 batch IAS officer of Himachal Pradesh cadre, and he has been given the additional charge of the post of managing director of NAFED, correct? That is your National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation of India. He is currently serving as the chief executive officer of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and joint secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture. Then he is posted for a period of 3 months with effect from 1st of May 2023 till further orders, correct? So Ritesh Chauhan, he will be the new managing director of, or he has been given the additional charge of the managing director of NAFED, and currently he is CEO of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and joint secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture. Next, name the Indian tennis player who recently won the men's singles title of the Tampere Open by defeating Dalibor of Czech Republic in Finland. So recently, who is the Indian player? He is Sumit Nagpal, correct? And he has won the men's single title of Tampere Open 2023, correct? Important, take a note. Remember, this was the 41st edition of this Tampere Open. It was held in Finland and it was from 17 to 23rd of July. We observed this Tampere Open and Sumit Nagpal of India has won this. Next, India won how many medals and secured second spot in the overall medal tally of the third edition of the International Shooting Sports Federation Junior World Championship, correct? That was for rifle, pistol and shotgun and that was held in July 2023. So India won a total of 17 medals. Out of this 17 medals, 6 were gold, 6 were silver and 5 were bronze, correct? And with this, India secured a second rank in the overall medal tally. If I ask you who won this or who has the highest number of medals or who topped in the medal tally, it was your China who topped in the medal tally with how many medals? 28 medals, correct? And on the second position was India with 17 medals, and this was the third edition of this International Shooting Sport Federation Junior World Championship, correct? Next, Next is, when was the Kargil Vijay Divas 2023 observed across India? So Kargil Vijay Divas, it is observed across India on 26th of July 2023. This Kargil Vijay Divas or Kargil Victory Day. Correct. It is annually observed across India on 26th of July, and it is to observe, or it is to celebrate the victory of India over Pakistan in the Kargil War of 1999, and to pay tribute to all those braves and brave soldiers and the sacrifice who they did for the Kargil war or for India, right? To celebrate or to encourage or to promote that particular sacrifice of the Indian soldiers, we observe this Kargil Victory Day or Kargil Vijay Divas on 26th of July 2023, and this year in 2023 it was the 24th anniversary of this day, right? Next, when was the International Day for the Conservation of Mangrove Ecosystem 2023 observed across the globe by UNESCO? So this International Day for the Conservation of Mangrove Ecosystem, right? This day was observed across the globe on 26th of July 2023, correct, by UNESCO, right? Then remember, this day is also known as World Mangrove Day, and this year 2023 on 26th of July we observed the 8th edition of the International Day for the Conservation of the Mangrove Ecosystem, right? So we can say the first ever edition was observed in 2016. Next, the Securities Appellate Tribunal levied a cost of 10 lakh rupees on Securities and Exchange Board of India for not registering and hearing the complaint of an investor despite its order in January 2023. I repeat, Securities Appellate Tribunal, they have levied a cost of 10 lakh rupees. I correct, levied a cost of 10 lakh rupees on SEBI for not registering and hearing the complaint of an investor despite its order in January 2023. Correct. 6 appeals were filed with Securities Appellate Tribunal against a SEBI communication disposing of a complaint filed by the appellant on the Scores platform of SEBI in 2021. Right. And what is this Scores platform? There you can register your complaint, and that have to be, or basically we can say it is a grievance redressal platform where your problems will be solved. Right. You can register your problems here. Next, which article of the Indian Constitution states that the Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha? It is your Article 75(3), right? So remember, Indian Constitution that states the Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha, and the article is Article 75. The motion can be moved only in Lok Sabha. It cannot be moved in Rajya Sabha, and any member of the Lok Sabha can move a no confidence motion, but the motion has to be supported by at least 50 members of the House. Correct? So this is your no confidence motion. This is a move usually by the opposition party to force the government of the day to prove their majority on the floor of the House. Correct? If this motion is passed, then the government must resign, and it is different from the motion of confidence. A government can prove their majority by moving a confidence motion to counter the opposition parties. Right? Next is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. They have launched 3 technological initiatives: YesTech, Winds Portal, and AIDA, that is Sahayak mobile application. They were launched under DASH scheme and restructured weather-based crop insurance scheme. So they were launched under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. That is correct option is option 3. Under this, remember, this was to empower the farmers and streamline their operations. Basically what happens is, during a, say for example, there was a natural calamity, right, or due to climate change there was heavy rainfall, and due to which the crops of the farmers got destroyed, right, and during that time they won't be able to earn from those crops, right? So this insurance will be providing them help or monetary help, or they will be providing the insurance money during that time, as if there is a natural calamity or any climate disaster where the loss of the farmers because of the destruction of the crops, the monetary loss will be covered by these insurances, right? And for the same, three technological initiatives, Yes Tech, Winds Portal, and 8 Sayak mobile application was launched. Correct? Here remember they will be providing farmers with accurate weather data, correct, the data yields, then crop insurance access and other tender cycles between the year 2023 till 2025. This is was under your Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and your restructured weather based crop insurance scheme. Even if you know, nowadays we are focusing more on agriculture, and if you remember recently, basmati rice, the export of basmati rice has been stopped, and with this also remember the import of laptops, tablets, right, they have also been stopped. Now we won't be able to import them. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to the 8th edition of the Mission Innovation Ministerial Meet and the 14th Clean Energy Ministerial Meet that was held in July 2023? If we look at the options, the 8th edition of this Mission Innovation Ministerial and 14th edition of the Clean Energy Ministerial Meet, they were hosted by the Ministry of Power and Department of Science and Technology that took place alongside the 4th edition of the Energy Transition Working Group meeting held in Goa. So yes, option A is correct. Next, the theme for the year 2023 is advancing clean energy together, and the 4th ETW, that Energy Transition Working Group meeting, was chaired by whom? Pankaj Agrawal, the Secretary of the Ministry of Power. So yes, option B is also correct. An important one, the question will definitely be asked that this 4th edition of the Energy Transition Working Group meeting that was held in Goa was chaired by whom? It was chaired by Pankaj Agrawal. But if we look at the option C, during the event, the Chief Minister of Goa, Pramod Sawant, inaugurated a 4-day technological and cultural showcase demonstrating the cutting-edge advances in clean energy from India and around the world, held at the Shama Prasad Mukherjee Indoor Stadium. So remember, option C is wrong here, because remember it was your, no, this option is also correct, right? Correct. All these three A, B, C, they are correct here. Then remember the theme for the year 2023 for this 14th edition of the Clean Energy or Energy Transition Working Group meet was advancing clean energy together. What was the theme? Advancing clean energy together. Correct. And the event was attended by 34 member countries and it was chaired by Pankaj Agrawal. Where was this held? This was held in Goa. Correct. Next. In July, Dash became the first Indian city to be a part of World Cities Cultural Forum. Right? So Bangalore, Karnataka became the the first Indian city, right, that became the part of the World Cities Cultural Forum. This is a global network, right? This is a global network of cities that share research and intelligence to explore the role of culture in future prosperity. And remember, Bangalore, Karnataka, or Bangalore became the 41st city to join this forum. This forum includes New York, London, Paris, Tokyo, and Dubai already. Next, which company has recently released a special postal stamp, a customized My Stamp on the Mission Millet in collaboration with the Department of Post? It is by ITC Limited, right? ITC Limited, this is a leading Indian multi-business enterprise that is based in Kolkata, West Bengal, and they have released a special postal stamp that is customized My Stamp. Remember, this was for Mission Millet, and the main aim here is to promote the use of millets globally, right? As millet is a very hardy crop, it can be grown in any kind of environment. It is nutritious, fibrous, it contains protein, and even Rajnath Singh, our defense minister, encouraged the use of millets for the army personnel. Correct. This postal stamp is a part of ITC's mission millet, and it is for commemorating International of the Year of the Millet, that was year 2023, that was declared by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Right. Next, which bank has recently launched SBNRE Eve Plus, a unique a unique non-resident saving bank account scheme for the non-resident Indian women. It is your Federal Bank, right? I repeat, Federal Bank Limited. They have launched this unique NR saving bank account scheme that was named SB NRE Eve Plus, correct? And as the name Eve, it is for women, correct? This scheme will provide variety of benefit and that will enhance the financial journey of the NRI women. This was specifically for NRI women, correct? As the name suggests, Eve is for women, Adam is for men. You should know this. This is a general knowledge, correct? And remember this NRE Eve Plus saving account, this was announced during Nurses Day Out. This was an event that was conducted as a part of Nikkei Angel Awards of 2023 that was held in Dubai, UAE. Right? So this was launched by Eve Plus saving bank account by Federal Bank. Next, which country's Minister of State for Foreign Trade, Thani bin Ahmad Al Ziyudi, has been recently elected as the chair of the World Trade Organization's 13th Ministerial Conference. So remember, which country's Minister of State? He is from UAE, right? Important, take a note. He has been elected as the chair of the World Trade Organization's 13th edition of the Ministerial Conference, correct? Where this ministerial conference, 13th edition of this ministerial conference be held? It will be held in Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Center in UAE, and this will be in the year 2024 in the month of February. Next, who has recently become India's 83rd chess grandmaster by earning his third grandmaster norm in the 9th round of Bale Chess Festival Master Tournament 2023 held in Switzerland. He will be Aditya S. Samant, correct? He is 17 years of age, an international master, and he became the India's 83rd chess grandmaster by earning his third grandmaster norm against Aryan Chopra that was at an event held in Switzerland. If we are talk about Aditya S. Samant, he is 17 years of age. He is from Maharashtra, correct? And remember, to become a grandmaster, you need to have at least 3 grandmaster norms and as well as a live rating of 2500 ELO points. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to MOU signed in the Green Finance Summit held in Goa in July? Among these options, during the summit, Power Finance Corporation Limited and Rural Electrification Corporation, they signed this MOU with clean energy companies for providing a total of 5 lakh crore fund. So yes, option A is correct. Second, PMI Electromobility, this is an electric commercial vehicle manufacturer, and they signed this MOU with REC Limited to provide finance for their commercial electric vehicle for 480 crore rupees over up to March 2028 of March 2028. So yes, option B is also correct here. Then C, Renew, they have signed this MOU worth 64,000 crore rupees with PFC and REC for meeting their financing needs and enabling the company to raise long-term financing for large-scale green energy project. So yes, option C is also correct here. Apart from this, if we talk about SJVN, right, they signed an MOU with REC. This was for 50,000 crore rupees, and it is for securing the financial support for their projects and subsidies for various battery storage units, electric vehicles, green hydrogen, ammonia, hydrogen cells, etc. Similarly, Jupiter Green Energy, they signed this MOU with PFC worth 5,000 crore rupees. It is to fund a 1200 megawatt renewable energy projects. So these are some projects and their MOUs that you need to remember, and the cost also associated for that particular MOU. Next, the third round of the foreign office consultations between India and Laos, right? Laos country in July 2023, 5 MOUs were signed for the implementation of 5 quick impact projects, right? I repeat, for 5 quick impact projects, India and Laos, they recently signed 5 MOUs. Direct question, right? It was with Laos for quick impact projects. as the country's name is small, Laos People Democratic Republic, right? Then 5 quick impact projects were signed along with India. Next, and for remember here, India will be providing almost $1 million for various projects in these various fields. And these fields will be your, or these projects for this quick impact projects will be in education, health, infrastructure, water facility, IT sector. Next, name the new term assurance plan that recently launched by the Life Insurance Corporation of India to offer life cover with premium return. Which is it? Tell me the new term assurance plan that was launched by LIC to offer life cover with premium return. It is your Jeevan Kiran. Correct? It is a non-linked, non-participating individual saving and life insurance plan that offers a combination of protection and savings. Right? This policy will provide financial support to the families in case of unfortunate death. Next, according to the SBI's Eco-Rap report that was dated 27th of July, India is set to become the world's third largest economy by the year 2027. And this report stated that by the year 2075, not this report, another report stated that by the year 2075, India will become the second largest economy in the world, and on the top will be China, and USA will be on the third position. So coming back, according to SBI's Eco-Rap report, India will become the third largest economy by the year 2027. Correct? As of now, USA is on top, followed by China. Correct? And we have Japan and Germany, and now we are on the 5th position as of now in 2023, and UK is on the 6th position. Even now you will be seeing Bank of England, they have raised the interest rate and by 25 basis point. Now the interest rate there is 5.25%, and there's a high chance that these rate will further increase, right? That can lead to financial crisis in UK. Coming back, remember there is a target of 2 Indian states of Maharashtra and UP to achieve $50 billion mark by the year 2027. Right? Next, CCI Competition Commission of India, they have approved the acquisition of shareholding of up to 59.38% of stake in Unichem Laboratories Limited by IPCA Laboratories Limited. So option A is correct here, right? It was CCI that has approved the shareholding of up to 59.38% of stake in Unichem Laboratories Limited by IPCA Laboratory. Next, name the company that recently signed an MOU with TKMS to modernize a subsurface killer class submarine of the Indian naval ship Sankosh. Question asked here is which company has recently signed this MOU with TKMS? It is your Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, MDL, right? They recently signed this MOU with TKMS, and this is for building a Indian naval ship Sankosh. And remember, this is a submarine, right? This is a submarine. Correct? So option second is right here. Next, United States Defense Advanced Research Project Agency DARPA and NASA, they recently signed an agreement with Lockheed Martin Corporation to construct nuclear thermal rocket vehicle to use in the NASA's demonstration rocket for agile lunar operation program for crewed mission on Mars. Right? So coming back, remember it was DARPA, NASA and Lockheed Martin Cooper. These three organizations signed this agreement where they will be constructing a nuclear thermal rocket vehicle, right? That will be used to power a rocket or used to power a satellite that will be launched to Mars. Correct? And this is a nuclear rocket. So remember these three organizations. For that, it option 4 is correct here. Right? Next, here remember DARPA and Lockheed Martin, they will be responsible for space design, spacecraft design, integration and testing here. Correct? Next, and what is the name of the program for which they are developing this? This is Demonstration Rocket for Agile Cislunar Operation, that is DARCO program for the crewed mission to Mars. Next, when was the World Nature Conservation Day 2023 observed across the globe? It is on 28th of July that we observe World Nature Conservation Day, and it is to create awareness about the importance of protecting natural resources and wildlife. The day also aims to educate the people about the necessity of conservation of natural resources, biodiversity, and ecology across the world. Here, remember, nature plays a vital role in supporting the survival of living beings and protecting the species of plants and animals on the planet Earth. Next, Adani Transmission renamed itself Adani Energy Solutions Limited with immediate effect. Who is the current managing director and chief executive officer of Adani Transmission Limited? He will be Anil Sardana, right? He is the MD and CEO of Adani Transmission Limited, correct? Then remember Adani Transmission, they renamed themselves to Adani Energy Solutions Limited with immediate effect. Correct? Next. Name the bank that recently set a record and entered the Asia Book of Records for Cleanathon, a nationwide cleanliness drive. So it is your Axis Bank. They has set a record and entered into the Asia Book of Records for Cleanathon. For Cleanathon, correct? It is a nationwide cleanliness drive. This was organized in alignment with the World Environment Day observed in 2023. And when do we observe this World Environment Day? It is observed on 5th of June. Correct? Next, so remember it is your Axis Bank. They set a record and entered the Asia Book of Records for their cleanathon. Other way the question can be asked: this cleanathon, this was a nationwide cleanliness drive launched by which bank? It was by Axis Bank. Next, Dash became the first life insurance company in India to enter metaverse. It is your Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance, right? They became the first LIC company to enter into metaverse. Correct? They are offering their customers a multi-sensory experience by enabling them to interact with life insurance experts and agents. The launch of this 3D virtual launch in metaverse is Insureverse will empower the company to make customer servicing much better. So it is your Insureverse. This is the name of the metaverse of Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance that was recently launched. Correct? So this is your first life insurance company to launch this metaverse. This is not LIC we are talking about, but life insurance company Aditya Birla Capital Limited. They have launched this first life insurance company. They became this first life insurance company to enter metaverse. Next is National Health Authority. They have launched the Dash Microsites project under Dash scheme to promote digital health adoption and enhance the healthcare accessibility for all. So remember, National Health Authority launched 100 microsites project under Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, and it was to promote digital health adoption and health enhance the healthcare accessibility for all. So option 2 is correct here. This project will be implemented by the state mission directors of Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, where NHA National Health Account will provide financial resources and guidance. Also remember, here 100 microsites will be launched. Correct? And these microsites are basically small clinics, nursing homes, hospitals with less than 10 beds, laboratories, pharmacies, etc. Correct? So provide them better services to the customers. These 100 microsites will be launched under Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. Next, in which state 4th Environment and Climate Sustainability Working Group and Environment and Climate Ministers meeting that was held in July 2023. So it was Tamil Nadu where the 4th edition of this Environment and Climate Sustainability Working Group meet was held. Correct? This was a 3-day meeting that was and this was a 3-day meeting that was attended by more than 300 delegates from the G20 member countries. Correct? And here G20 members adopted the Chennai High Level Principles for Sustainable and Resilient Blue Based Economy or Blue Ocean Based Economy. Correct? And remember, 39 multinational corporations from various sectors came together to pledge and adopt the resource efficiency and circular economy principles. So coming back, remember this high level principles for sustainable and resilient blue ocean based economy This was a Chennai high level based principle for sustainable and resilient blue based economy. This was adopted by G20 members. Then next, remember, where was this fourth edition of this climate sustainability working group meet held? It was held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and 300 delegates from G20 member countries participated here. Right? Next, which among the following are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Gujarat and Rajasthan? If we look at the option ABC, remember during the visit to Rajasthan, PM released the 10th installment of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme worth over 10,000 crore to more than 11.5 crore farmers. So is option A correct here? So no, it's not right, because it wasn't the 10th installment. It was actually the 14th installment of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme that was worth over 10,000 crore rupees to more than 11.5 crore farmers. So no, it was not 10,000 crore rupees. It was actually 17,000 crore rupees, and it was to more than 8.5 crore farmers. So option A is wrong here. Option B, PM Modi inaugurated 5 medical colleges in Chittorgarh, and that is in Rajasthan, at Chittorgarh, Dholpur, Sirohi, Sikar, and in Sri Ganganagar. So these are the 5 locations where these 5 medical colleges was inaugurated by PM Modi in Rajasthan. Next, PM Modi also inaugurated Gujarat's first greenfield airport, that is Hirasar Greenfield International Airport, that is in Hirasar, Gujarat. So option B and C are correct here, but A is wrong. Correct. This is related to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Gujarat and Rajasthan. And remember, these 5 medical colleges, they are worth 1400 crore rupees that were recently inaugurated. Then remember, in Gujarat, he also inaugurated the second edition of Semicon India 2023, and this is an important one. Correct. What was the conference based on? This Semicon India, it was catalyzing India's semiconductor ecosystem and make India a global hub for manufacturing of semiconductors. Next, name the ministry that recently launched the virtual portal of Mera Gaon Meri Dharwar, a virtual museum in New Delhi, India. Right. So this was launched by which ministry? Ministry of Culture. Right. That is Mera Gaon Meri Dharwar. This is a virtual museum in New Delhi. Correct. Remember, Arjun Ram Meghwal ji, he launched this portal of Mera Gaon Meri Dharwar. This is a virtual museum. Correct. And this will have maps of more than 6.5 lakh villages of India, and this will be at Qutub Minar premises in New Delhi. The main aim for launching this virtual museum is to provide information regarding villages in order to identify and document the cultural heritage and village life of India. Correct. So who launched it? It was launched by Arun Meghwal ji. Where was this launched? At Qutub Minar premises. It will have 6.5 lakh villages map, right? And it is a virtual museum that is under the portal Mera Gaon Meri Dharohar. Next, which country's Ministry of Information and Communication Technology signed an MOU with India's Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology to share India Stack? What is this India Stack? This comprises of your Aadhaar card, right? DigiLocker, UPI facilities, right? E-sign. So all these facilities comes under your India Stack, and to share this India Stack, which country's MICT signed an MOU with India's MEITY? It was which country? Papua New Guinea, right? Important one for sharing India's stack, right? Next is name the bank that recently included by RBI in the list of scheduled banks under the Schedule 2 of RBI Act of 1934. Which is it? It is your Nonghyup Bank of South Korea. Remember, they have released recently RBI released a notification that this is the bank that will be included in the second schedule of the RBI Act of 1934. Correct. This NH Bank was established in 2012. This is a commercial bank that is headquartered in Seoul, South Korea. Correct. And this has been officially added to the second schedule of the RBI Act of 1934. Next, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has reorganized the Dash as a National Sports Federation status. So recently, remember, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sport have reorganized Handball Association of India as a National Sport Federation status. Correct, with immediate effect. Recognition was granted with a view to run the affairs of handball. And if we talk about who is the president here, Digvijay Singh Chotala, Secretary General Jag Mohan Rao, and who is the treasurer here? Thakur Tejraj Singh. Correct. So who is the president here? Digvijay Singh Chotala is the current president of the Handball Association of India, right? And it has been recently reorganized as the National Sports Federation status. Next, when was the International Tiger Day observed across the globe? It was on 29th of July. We observed this International Tiger Day, right? And this year in 2023, it was the 13th edition of the International Tiger Day that was observed. So we can say the first ever edition was in the 2010. Correct. Then in 1973, Tiger Protection Act was launched. What is the scientific name of tiger? That is Panthera tigrensis. Right. Next is name the team that was recently or that has recently won the maiden major league cricket in the USA. It is MI New York, right? MIU New York, that is a sister entity of IPL franchises Mumbai Indians New York. They have won the maiden major league cricket session that was held in USA recently. Correct? Name the exercise that was recently conducted by Southwestern Command of the Indian Army in the western border in Rajasthan, Punjab. And what is the name of this Southwestern Command? That is Sapta Shakti. Correct. So this command conducted an exercise recently. What is the name of that exercise? That was Sudarshan Shakti 223. That is, it was held in the year 2023. Correct. So Sapta Shakti, that is a command of Indian Army, conducted exercise Sudarshan Shakti in the western body of or on the western borders of Rajasthan and Punjab. So what is the location? It is Rajasthan and Punjab. Correct. Rajasthan is the state that is performing the best in terms of solar energy. Then in terms of wind energy, it is Gujarat. In Gujarat only, second edition of Semicon India is being held, right, in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Then this exercise was from 22nd of May till 25th of May, right? And next thing, remember this, what is the name of the command that took part in this exercise or conducted this exercise? Sapta Shakti. Next, the dash edition of the annual naval exercise Ekatha between India and Maldives was scheduled to be conducted from 4th of June to 3rd of July in Maldives. First of all, remember what is the name of this exercise? Ekatha, right? This is a naval exercise. Then next thing, remember which edition it was the 6th edition of this exercise. So right option here becomes option 5. Then this exercise was conducted between India and Maldives. Next thing, this was from 4th of June till 3rd of July. Correct. And question can be asked that it was between which force? It was between the navies of these two exercise or these two countries. Correct. Ekatha exercise, and this was the 6th edition. That is the being question asked here. Next, the first edition of India Dash and UAE trilateral maritime partnership exercise was held in the Gulf of Munna, right? So in the Gulf of Oman. So what is the location? Gulf of Oman, where the first ever edition of exercise that was held between India, France and UAE was held, right? It was a trilateral maritime partnership that was held from 7th till 8th of June. And what was the aim? It was to enhance the cooperation between the navies of these three countries, right? So we can say the question if asked that it was held between which force? It was the navies of these three countries that took part in this exercise, where in the Gulf of Oman. Correct. Then here remember one of the Indian naval ship that took part here. What was the name? It is Tarkash. INS Tarkash took part in this exercise. That was the first ever edition of the exercise. That was the maritime trilateral maritime partnership exercise that was held in Gulf of Oman. That was between India, France and UAE. So option 2 is right here. Next, the first ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barge of the series LSAM 15 Yard 125 was delivered to Indian Navy at the Naval Armament Depot, that is in Karanja, that is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Correct. So remember the first ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barge of the series LSAM 15. This was delivered to Indian Navy at the Naval Armament Depot that is in Karanja, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Correct? And a contract for 11 such ACTCM, that is your ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barge, 11 of such order or contract for 11 such has been delivered, right? And they will be built under Atmanirbhar Bharat, and this barge was built under the classification rules of the Indian Register of Shipping, and this will have a lifespan of almost 30 years, or we can say 30 plus years. Next, 12th iteration of the bilateral joint military exercise Ukraine was held between Indian Army and Dash Country Naval Defence Force or National Defence Force, which commenced in Uttarakhand. So remember, recently we are talking about exercise Ukraine. This is the exercise that was held between the Indian Army and your Maldives Army, right? And if asked that this exercise was conducted between the armies of these two nations, and this is exercise Ukraine. This was the 12th edition of the exercise that was held recently where, and if location is asked, then it was held in Uttarakhand in India only. Correct? It was held in the month of June, and it is a bilateral exercise that is conducted alternately once in India and then in Maldives. Correct? So option 2 is right here. Next is name the exercise that was conducted by the Northern Command of the Indian Army in Eastern Ladakh. It is your Agnistra 1. I repeat, Agnistra 1 is the name of the exercise that was conducted by Northern Command of the Indian Army in Eastern Ladakh. And this Agnistra, it means fire arms. Correct, in Hindi. Then here only an anti-tank missile and Carl Gustav rocket launchers, they also participated in this exercise Agnistra 1. Next, Union Minister of Defence Rajnath Singh inaugurated the Integrated Simulator Complex ISC Dhruv in June 2023. So question asked here is that in which state Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated this ISC Dhruv, that is your Integrated Simulator Complex? It was in Kerala, right? This ISC Dhruv will host modern and advanced technologies, correct, that will help to improve the practical training of the Indian Navy personnels. These simulators are designed to provide real-time experience to those individuals, right? And these simulators are built under Atmanirbhar Bharat, correct? So mark this ISC Dhruv, that is your Integrated Simulator Complex Dhruv. It is located where? It is in Kerala. Correct. Next, name the exercise that was conducted by Indian Air Force with a focus on integration. It is your exercise Ran Vijay. Right? Mark this exercise Ran Vijay. This exercise was conducted by Indian Air Force. The focus here was on integration, in which night operations and day operations were carried out using which aircraft? Using Sukhoi 30 MKI. Right? So remember, using the Sukhoi 30 MKI, day and night operations were conducted under the exercise Ran Vijay. Now question can be asked this which aircraft was used in this exercise? So Sukhoi 30. Then where was the headquarter of this Central Air Command where this exercise was carried out? It was in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the 4th week of the July month. I hope the session was up to the mark and you have learned multiple things from this video. If yes, then do like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. This will motivate me to make better content for you on the daily basis. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, If you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.